Okay, stage 2 clear. All right. Yeah, I'm actually starting to get the hang of this now, I think. So we're going to move on to the next level. Oh, meanwhile at Rider Cafe. High-priced food. But you're paying for the experience.
Yeah, so the Rider Cafe is a themed cafe in Ikebukuro in Tokyo, where everything is Rider themed, and there is the Great Leader's chair that you can sit on.
They'll even loan you a cloak if you want to wrap the cloak around you.
Yeah, it's okay. The food's a little overpriced, but it's not. I've seen other themed cafes are a lot more expensive, so
you're just paying for the experience of going. And if you're in Tokyo, I definitely recommend going to check it out because the memorabilia that they have in there is signed, and just the number of toys that they're showing.
Oh God, who's that? Who's that on the cross?
It looks like Hitler. He's even got the same kind of. He's even got the same uniform. Are they going to turn him into Starfish Hitler?
Was that tattooed about him?
It might have been. There's a big thing about crucifixion in TV shows, and it's kind of interesting. I mean, it goes all the way back to the Tokugawa era, I think, in Japanese history, where they would crucify, because Christianity was banned in Japan during that time. They would crucify Christians as a warning to other ones, because the shogun said that they should die they should be executed in the way appropriate to them. History. That's the educational portion of our program.
You are just full of so many fun facts. This is good to do it with you.
Yes.
We talked about in the last part how some of the monsters in this basically get referenced to in every single one of the Rider shows that followed it. So we talked about how Spider-Man, in every single show, tends to have a spider-themed monster of whatever type of monster is in that particular show. And also Bat as well.
Yes.
Appears usually quite early.
I wonder if that's intended as a reference to the kind of classic superheroes, but yet they're villains in this.
I wonder, because it's kind of interesting that what am I talking about? In the Kamen Rider double movie core movie, where you see like basically the beginning. Oh, it's Spider-Man again.
Speaking of Spider-Man, there he is.
You let go of him. You let go of my friend. There's when you see the skull portion, and it flashes back to like the 90s, and it's kind of like the birth of him being a Kamen Rider. And the first two monsters that he faces against are the Bat and Spider door pants, which I thought was really wonderful. Because that show at that point had been finished, and O's was airing, but they were showing the start of one of the characters who, spoilers, dies in the first 30 seconds of episode 1 of the show. But when they finally showed his origins, he does the same thing as every other Kamen Rider does.
But that's also where Shotaro gets his gadgets later, the Bat Gadget. Hey, it's B-Woman, Chiona, one of the most frequently cosplayed female characters from Kamen Rider.
Usually by women, too.
But sometimes not.
Is she the same one that appears in Stronger?
I think there's a variant of her that appears in Stronger. Like you were saying, it's another one of those characters that appears frequently. That there is a woman who is B that appears in that character.
I'm gonna do my special attack. Oh no, it didn't work. Oh no, I got it that time.
Oh yeah, turns to dust,
killer.
Just like an Orphanok.
Oh, she wasn't even a real boss. Just like an Orphanok. Yeah.
Yes.
It's. Oh, look, they still got some of the face painted guys.
I'm gonna go ahead and transform here. I think that I don't trust that I can avoid their combos for this long. We're actually doing pretty good here. I don't think we've... I'm going to jinx it now by saying this, but we haven't actually gotten killed yet.
Well, you know, if you just glaze over to the lives, you will see that, unfortunately, I was defeated in battle.
But the soul still burns. Hey, that was the Tokyo Tower that I saw.
Yeah.
Means we're in Azabut Juban, probably. Sailor Moon crossover, confirmed.
Yes, even though technically not a tokusatsu, and the whole point of this is to play through tokusatsu games.
It was a tokusatsu once, remember?
At that particular time, Sailor Moon was not a tokusatsu when they made that game, but it is a fantastic game, and it is incredibly tokusatsu inspired.
Yes. There is a Sailor Moon. There's actually several beat 'em ups in the Sailor Moon line. There's a regular Sailor Moon original series one, and then there's an R game that came after, which is basically the same game with some different game mechanics. And I think if you go all the way through the R game, you can actually play as Chibiusa. And this is before S, when she became Sailor Chibi. So you're literally just...
Oh, Jesus! Yeah, he just came out of the ground.
God, yes.
I backflipped, got him. God damn it.
I say these like I know these names, and you know, when I play these games, you know, Ultraman fans know the names of all the monsters, the kaiju, instinctively, because they're so iconic. And when I see the monsters in Kamen Rider, I think, oh, it's that lizard guy that Kamen Rider kicked in the face until he exploded in that one episode.
Yeah, I am also the same. Jeez, I've actually got some really low health. I'm also kind of the same. Like, I know the monsters when I see them, but when it comes to... Oh, no, that's my life.
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to have to transform them.
That.
If I see them, I'm like, oh yeah, it's this guy, or it's this monster. But when it comes to names, I'm like, oh... Oh my god. Oh my god, we knocked him off the building.
I don't think there's a word for death by throwing off of a building, although I could be wrong. Hey, write it in the comments if there's a word. Hey!
Oh, it's Tachibana! Hey, buddy!
I was just pretending to be a shock raccoon.
Wait, that's not Tachibana.
No, he's an FBI agent. He was...
Wait, he's from the original show, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh god, we were just talking about how bad we are with monster names. I can't even remember a regular human's name.
Let's get that.
Oh yeah, here we are. We've saved Tachibana.
Yes, we saved.
It must have been him on the cross earlier. It's quite goofy face by the guy on the right, by the way.
He was kidnapped, and so it wasn't Hitler after all. It was Tachibana all along.
There you go.
I love
Stage 3.
I love how the password screens, by the way, are it has the same music and the same title card as the eye catch in the original series. Just a nice little touch. There's so many nice touches like that in this game.
I'm generally enjoying playing this game.